Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. What we're going to be doing today is another video with the Kia. What I want to do today is replace the rear shocks. Those of you that have seen the previous video I did with this car where I replaced the front springs, well, I'm doing exactly the same thing on the back. Slightly different. There's the springs on this are separate to the shock absorbers, so this should be a little bit more straightforward. So thank you for coming along, stick with us, and hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so no messing about, we've got the car up on axle stands, as you can see. Now these are the corroded, horrible old springs. I'm going to be removing these from the car and replacing them with some brand spanking new ones. Easiest way to get these out is to remove the lower bolt for the shock absorber. Once these have both been removed from each side, that will allow the whole axle beam to be moved down and will allow us to pull the springs out. It really will be that easy. Not a great deal to it at all. Okay then, so get the bolt out. 17mm socket. Probably need a breaker bar because it will be tight. Just to break it off. And then we can get our ratchet on there. There we go, that's one side. Same on the other side. And there's the other side. Right then, as you can see, the spring is pretty loose in there. A little bit of manoeuvring and she'll be out. So that's what we'll do now. We'll get it out and then we can have a look at it. There we go. Simple as that. So that's one, and there's two. As you can see, they are quite heavily corroded. Hence the reason why they were picked up on as an advisor on the MOT. So what I'll do, I'll get the new parts out and we'll compare them. Okay, here's the brand new ones. As you can see, they're in a damn sight better condition. The only thing we need to do is reuse the top and bottom rubbers, because there's nothing wrong with them, they're in perfectly good order. So simply a case of pushing them off just like so, and you can see the end of the spring sits inside there, and the bottom one will just pull off, but it's been on there a little while. There we go. So let's fit the bottom one just like so. And then the rear one, sorry, the top one even, goes in like so. And then all the way around, all the little tangs need to be tucked under the top coil. And there we go. That's one ready to go. Same with the other one. spring trying to run away. And there we are. So let's move the odd ones to one side. And again, making sure that we tuck the end of the spring into its recess. And there we go. That's the two springs done, ready to go back on the car. So let's smash them back on. Right then. So all we got to do is simply put the top mount in its position with the bottom mount located in the right place, like so. I'll fit the one on the other side. Now, what we've got to do is we've got to get the rear axle back up so we can refit the bolts. Now, the easiest way to do that would be with the jack. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to position the jack underneath here, lift it up, making sure that as it goes up, I'm guiding the spring into its seat perfectly, so it's not sitting on the wonk like this. It needs to be so it's up in its recess. So I'll get the jack and position it underneath. Okay, so basically keeping an eye on the spring. All we're doing is jacking it up, bearing in mind that because this is a one-piece beam, the other side will be going up as well, so we need to also keep an eye on the spring on the other side, which is doing okay. And keep going till such time as the bolt hole aligns with the shock absorber bolt, and that is about there. So let's get that bolt in. Apologies, sounds like we've got a fighter aircraft flying over today. Okay, so that's one bolt started. As you can see, it's in there in its hole. All I'll do now is I'll go to this side and do the same thing, but what I'm going to do is position the jack under this side, and then basically do exactly the same thing. So as you can see down here, it's got a little way to go yet. It's a good 2 inches too low. So I get the jack under here and do the same thing. And there we are, we've got that one started. So now what I'm going to do, I can release the jack, pull it out of the way. And then get the ratchet on. And tighten them up. Always try and get them in with your fingers first. Because it's impossible to cross thread them using your fingers. You simply just aren't strong enough. So make sure you get them in started with your fingers before you get any tools on. Okay, that's one. And that's two. Okay, they're just nipped up at the minute. They're not tight. What we need to do is get the torque specs out of the workshop manual and make sure we torque them to spec. But other than that, this is the job done. So as you can see, we've got nice shiny suspension springs installed. It really is a simple job. It's not something that you need to pay a mechanic to do. You can do this easily at home on your driveway on a couple of axle stands, as I've done here. Okay, if you have any questions about it though, feel free to drop me a comment, and I'll help do whatever I can to help you out. Hope you found this video interesting. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll look forward to seeing you all again for the next video. Thank you very much. Bye bye now.